I was asking about that epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue are of different types. What you can see on your screen, there is the simple epithelial tissue which is only just one cell, one single layer. But there is stratified epithelial tissue, which is the combination of many layer of cells, where one by one many layer of cells built up. Such kind of epithelial tissue are discussed as stratified. But one thing is common to all of them, whether it is simple or simple squamous or simple columnar or stratified squamous, they all the cells lie on a non-cellular basement membrane. Right? This is.
Ma'am, your voice is clear.
My voice is not clear.
Ma'am, clear.
Okay,
Ma'am, it is clear.
Okay. So I had just told you that there are different types of epithelial tissue based on the location where they are present. We are having different type of epithelial tissue. Like we are having squamous epithelia. These cells are thin, flat, irregular in shape. They don't have a particular shape. Now, where are they present? They are present in the esophagus and lining of the inner lining of the mouth. If I talk about mouth, inner lining of the mouth, it is having the squamous epithelia. Its function is to protect the tissue from the mechanical injury. As well, it is also present in the alveoli. That's where it helps in the exchange of gases, right? The alveoli which are present in our lungs are having squamous epithelia, so there it helps in the exchange of gases, right? Then there is a cuboidal epithelia. Cuboidal epithelia is that epithelia where the cells are in the form of cubes and they are lying on the basement membrane with the prominent nucleus, right? They are present in the kidney tubes, duct of salivary gland. Now, what is the function of these cuboidal? The function is that they help in providing the mechanical support as well as they help in absorption, excretion, and secretion of various enzymes. Then there are another type of epithelial tissue which is just present on the basement membrane, but now the cells are not in cube shape. Now the cells are present in the pillar shape or column shape, right? Such kind of tissue with the prominent nucleus, such kind of tissue is known as columnar epithelia. Here is the presence of the columnar epithelia. It is present in the inner lining of intestine. The intestine which make up our intestine or any other organism or any other animal intestine, from the inner side of that intestine is having that epithelia which is known as columnar epithelia. It is also present in the respiratory tract, and this tract through which the oxygen and carbon dioxide moves out. I was discussing about the columnar epithelia. The presence of columnar epithelia is in the respiratory tract. If it have a hair-like structure, very small hair-like structure, very small hair, then the same columnar epithelia will be called as ciliated columnar epithelia. Somewhere there must be the presence of somewhere there must be the presence of simple columnar epithelia, that is that epithelial tissue which is present in the form of pillars, but somewhere it has villi attached to it, that is small hair-like structure, cilia attached to it, right? At that time it will be known as ciliated columnar epithelia. Like what is there in our respiratory tract? The respiratory tract is, so we were exploring the topic that is ciliated columnar epithelia, where I have told you that it is present in the respiratory tract. Okay, Why it's also present in the intestinal tract? What is its function? The function of ciliated columnar epithelia is that it helps in the movement. It helps in the movement of mucus. It gives the mechanical support, not only mechanical support, it helps in absorption, it helps in the excretion, and it also helps in the movement of the substances. Right? Then there is stratified squamous epithelia. Stratified squamous epithelia is, I have told you that it is present on the basement membrane, but there is not only one layer of cell, there is many layer of cells. It is found on the outer side of the skin, like our skin. This skin is called as squamous, stratified squamous epithelia, and it is waterproof and highly resistant to the mechanical injury. It does not allow desiccation to take place. What is meant by desiccation? The loss of water in the form of water vapor. It do not allow the inner membrane to come in the contact of the outer surface so that the microbes can invade us or any other organism. That's why it is waterproof. This layer is waterproof. It protects, it prevents us from many type of infections.